Hi, today I'm going to make pasta. I'm going to try a new recipe that I've never made before, so we'll see how that goes. I've tried some before that I like, but I wanted to try this one. It's pretty easy. There's 3 ingredients: flour, egg, and salt. The recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 3 eggs. I'm going to divide it by 3 because I don't want to make so much, and it's easier obviously than dividing in half, because 3 eggs to divide in half. It's doable, but I don't really want to bother with that. So I'm going to measure out the flour, which is about 3/4 of a cup, a little bit less. This is just regular all-purpose flour. Okay, that's good. I can always add more if I need it. And then I'm going to add less than a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Close enough. Okay. Then I'm going to mix that up. And put like a hole in the middle to put the egg in. Okay. Now I'm going to put 1 egg. In the middle. Get that kind of mixed, and then I'm going to start bringing in the flour. So I'm going to start using my hands because you can only do so much with a fork with this. You're going to use your hands a lot anyway. And I'm going to kind of just bring that together. So pasta is kind of a dry dough to start with. Kind of incorporate all that in there. And then the next step is to knead the dough. So I used to be really afraid of kneading the dough. I used to think, I can't do that. That's a lot of work and it's hard, but really it's not. And anyone can do it, and it's basically just pushing the dough and folding it. So I'm just trying to get every little bit here, and then I'm gonna put this aside, and I've super cleaned my counter so I can use it as a kneading board. You just push down, fold it over, push down, fold it over. That's it. The tricky part is you do have to do it for about 10 minutes, maybe less, 7 minutes, if you really want to keep it short. We'll see. Somewhere in there. It's the length of 2 songs, so just play 2 of your favorite songs. It's not as soft as you think it should be, but that's okay because it softens up over time. You just got to keep going with it. The way to know it's getting close is really just that it's super smooth when you look at it, and it starts to feel just slightly easier to knead. It feels like it's going to take forever and you're going to be doing this forever, and then all of a sudden you look at the clock and you're like, oh, it's been 10 minutes. Once you get into the groove, it seems to go quickly. That looks pretty smooth. So now I'm going to get a piece of plastic wrap. If you do this a lot, you could save it and reuse it because it doesn't get dirty or anything like that. And then you're just going to wrap it up like this so that it doesn't dry out, and you're just going to leave it for ½ hour to 45 minutes. You want it to rest so that it's easier to roll out later. Now it's time to roll out the pasta. So here's what it looks like. It's actually a little bit sticky. So you want to take I'm going to take a half of this. You could see how it's kind of a little easier to maneuver than it was when I first put it in the... And you're going to start, if you have a pasta machine, it's easier to do, but you don't need one. You can just roll it out. Just roll it out really thin, and remember that it expands when it cooks, so you want it as thin as you could possibly roll it. But I'm going to use this machine. I'm going to start on the 0, roll that through. Then I'm just going to fold it in half. Roll that through again. Just want to get it kind of in a good shape. that's good. Then I'm gonna do it one step at a time. I'm gonna put it on one, roll that through. Put it on two, roll that through. And then you can kind of see how thin that is. Pretty thin. Then I'm gonna make it have like a linguine type shape here. Run that through. Whoops. Well, that didn't go so well. All right, I screwed that up. So now what I'm gonna do is just start over. I'm gonna push it all together and do it all again. So I have a plate and I'm gonna put a little flour on the plate so I can put the pasta in it when it's done, and it'll keep it from sticking. And then 6. Now before I cut this, I'm gonna put a little flour on both sides so it doesn't stick. Okay. And I'm gonna cut that linguine size. And there it is. Then I'm going to put that in on the floured plate so it doesn't stick together. Kind of mix a little flour in with it. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other piece. Put it in thirds, run it through. And there you go. So I'm going to cook this for a very short time. Okay, so the water is boiling. So now I'm going to put the pasta in the water. So you don't want to have it in there too long, maybe like 2 minutes, because it's not dry or anything. So you can see how quickly that fills the space. It's 2 minutes. Now this pot is just pulled right out. And then pour it in a bowl. Serve that into my bowl. A little sauce on it. Parmesan cheese. Homemade pasta and sauce. That's really good.